barbershop conversations, man. And I I was thinking about the Hall of Fame for some odd reason. Oh, I watched Timothy Bradley on KO Artist. Shout out to KO Artist Sports, man. And I see him shrinking down because he said he wanted to make 147 one more time, and he's actually going into the Hall of Fame this June. So congratulations to that man. And I'll be real. Timothy Bradley is one of Mr. Haney did it to me, and we got a big weekend for him this week. Timothy Bradley has done it, and that's y'all top mind. But it's less than 10 people that's come up to me and said, Fred, keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean? I'm an agitator, you know what I mean? But I'm going to tell the truth and put my personality on it. I've never lied to y'all. And Timothy Bradley shook my hand and said, Fred, keep doing what you're doing. He said, I'm watching, keep doing what you're doing. And I respect that, because 50% I'm on him, 50% I'm not on him. You know what I mean? And Timothy Bradley, congratulations, man. You are definitely a Hall of Famer. And why is that important? Because it just, I was thinking about Al Haymon's welterweight division. And let's start with Sean Porter. He used Sean Porter as the rabbit, you know, and what I mean by the rabbit is the guy that sets the pace for the Olympic athletes when they're trying to set a world record at these events. Sean Porter was the rabbit, and Sean Porter is not going to be a Hall of Famer. Sean Porter will be forever respected, I believe, by the fans, but he's not going to make the Hall of Fame. And I know Sean Porter wants to be a Hall of Fame commentator, but Al Haymon just don't believe in his skill set, you know. Al Haymon didn't rehire him. He let him go, and now Sean Porter is bouncing from, I saw him on NBC, I saw him on The Zone, I saw him at a lot of places, man. And Al Haymon said, I'm going with Abner Mares. You know, so at the end of the day, Al Haymon genuinely doesn't believe in Sean Porter as a commentator. Now you go to Ugas. Ugas was another battering ram that Al Haymon used, but he's been out over a year. Think about this. Ugas, a good fighter, a good durable fighter who makes for good fights because of who he is and what he's going to take to win and how he has to win. He beat Manny Pacquiao, showed great durability with Earl Spence. But he's been out over a year. I'll put this in perspective. He's been out over a year. Keith Thurman, who is projected to go to the Hall of Fame, he's been out over a year. And now he's politically begging for a fight. Literally begging. On his knees, begging. Baby, I watch television till television won't. Oh. Keith Thurman is such a low-hanging, easy target to pick on, man. But, yeah, man, he's not in the Hall of Fame right now. For real. And it's just a tragedy that he's been out over a year. So you got Ugas has been out over a year. You have Ugas, Thurman, and now we get to Spence. Spence is one fight away in the welterweight division from going to the Hall of Fame. Spence would have to beat Terrence Crawford to be a Hall of Famer, because when you become undisputed, undefeated champion in your division and you beat the best fighter in the world to do it, you know, I think that puts you in the Hall of Fame. So or he has to become unified at 154, and I think that puts him in the Hall of Fame. But wait, he's been out over a year. And you say, Fred, what do these three fighters have in common? They're black. Hey, I thought Al Haymon protects his black fighters. They're black. But more importantly than being black, I'm black. They're $1 million fighters. Al Haymon can't afford to put two multi-million-dollar fighters in the ring at one time together. Only if they're on pay-per-view. And if he thinks he's going to be in the red, guess what he's not going to do? Put him in the ring. And he just simply can't afford it at this time. And I'm going to give you guys an example, because when you have all of the symptoms and you like, no, it's not real. It's not real. I remember I was 19 to 20. I didn't have a father, so I wasn't really acclimated to knowing what happens to cars. So I had a 1982, 83, 84, somewhere in there, Oldsmobile Omega, 2-door Oldsmobile. Y'all go YouTube, Google that picture, man. And I heard some clicking. And people would tell me, that's your axles. Now I'm like, nah, man, that's like cardboard or something, man. That's not my axles, man. My axles ain't clicking, man. And one, because I didn't know what it was, and I was literally living from not even below paycheck to paycheck, man, wherever I can get money from. So I couldn't afford a $300 job, $400 job to fix my axles. So I was hoping that it was. So I went to the mechanic and he said it was the axle. I'm like, nah, it's not the axles. You can get, and that's where boxing is today. You can get all the symptoms that say Al Haymon ain't protecting, one, his $1 million fighters, two, his black fighters, Gary Russell. Deontay Wilder hasn't, he says he's fighting 3 times a year. He ain't fought yet. You know what I mean? The list goes on and on and on and on. And Jamal Charlo been out for 2 years. Jamal Charlo will be out for a year. And he's healthy because he's challenging Canelo. And what's the other kid's name? Is fighting down under. Reece Salim. You know, the list goes on. Reece Salim and Ocampo and Timmy Zoo. So the list goes on and on. We get all these symptoms. Nah, but it's not my axles, dog. It's not my axles. You got to face reality at some point. All right. If you want that college degree, you know what I had to do? I had to do that dissertation. There's nothing I could do to get around it, man. I did everything I could. But the reality is, the truth is of this matter is, your favorite PBC fighter isn't fighting. Danny Garcia's been out over a year. Leo Santa Cruz has been out over a year. Go down the list. Gary Russell's been out over a year. The proof is in the pudding, y'all. But we are so hell-bent. Anyways, y'all do what you do, man. I don't want to make this video long because it has to upload before I get in the gym. But y'all go ahead and have a wonderful day. It's Malcolm X's birthday this week. We're going to turn up. I'm having a concert. We're going to turn up and turn out, man. I'm having a concert on the estate. And it's just going to be a beautiful thing, man. Happy 98th to Malcolm. I need to start calling him El Haj Malik El Shabazz, because the world needs to know who that Malcolm X was, because of how he again elevated, you know. So when I say Malcolm X, I got to remind myself to say El Haj, you know. So, but anyways, man, y'all have a beautiful day. I'm ripping and running this week. But we got a dope ass concert coming in the backyard. And the guests gonna be able to put their feet in the pool and listen to a live band. And I got Craig Fax coming. Oh man, y'all go support Craig Fax on his platform, man. It's gonna be a hell of a day, hell of a show, and we gonna rock out, man. So Barbershop Conversations, man. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. Guess what? I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.